allo scodarci un designer che, se non erro, è lo stesso di Chicago, Memoria di una Geisha, X-Men. Sembra in qualche maniera aver mantenuto la promessa che aveva fatto un po' di tempo fa al suo pubblico, dicendo che questo film sarà 4 volte i Guardiani del giorno e i Guardiani della notte. Ci racconta qual è stato lo sforzo realizzativo, come siamo arrivati a questo risultato, tutto quello che c'è dietro?
It's very important to have a good friend, and of course, the movie it's like a factory. One person cannot make a movie, and even if it will be like really fair, you cannot do this. And it's very important to have a good people around. And I had a great team. I had a great production designer, John Meyer. I had a great composer, Danny Elfman. And all my Russian team was with me, all these costume designers, as you know, I told you, and CG studios in Russia. They made more than half of these CG shows in a movie. And it just, if you have good people around, you have a chance to make a good movie, your movie. The secret is very simple. You have to surround yourself with your friends. That's a pleasure to make a movie.
Prego.
Sì, buongiorno. Volevo chiederle cosa conosce del cinema italiano e se apprezza qualche regista o autore in particolare.
I have an answer, and it's already, I told it every journalist in Rome. The one Italian movie changed my life, and I found it here when I came here and discussed with the Italian journalists. And when I was a student, I studied as an engineer, electrician, in the beginning of the 80s. And it was in Moscow, and I went to cinema once in the morning, 10 o'clock, and there was a very small cinema for art house movies, and there was a movie, and in an hour and a half when the movie finished, I smoked one cigarette, and I said to myself that I quit, I never can be an electrician anymore. And this movie was Dillinger is Dead. It's a Marco Ferrari movie, and I remember this movie even now. And as I understood now that we wanted, it's exactly the same story, the same character. It's very different movies. The Dillinger is Dead. It's one person in a room for 2 hours, and wanted as a huge blockbuster, but the core is the same. Tonally, it's the same story. It's a story about the ordinary man changing his life, making big decisions, changing his life with a gun, violence, but somehow he was brave enough to change it. And then there's adventure. I mean, there's the Dillinger Dead is just first act of what. Maybe there is a reason to make a sequel to tell the story, what's happened with him on this beautiful boat with a beautiful woman.
Ci sono domande? Ecco, lo prego.
Buongiorno, Claudio Miani, Cinemart. Io volevo fare una domanda generica sulla velocità invece. Sin dai primi del Novecento con Boccioni si rappresentava il moto relativo, sia ciò che è esterno a noi, affiancato al moto assoluto di Bergson, ciò che è interno a noi. Il fumetto ha fatto lo stesso tragitto, se pensiamo a Superman, che ieri ha compiuto 70 anni.
Vado un po' più piano, deve essere anche tradotto quello che si dice, che è molto conto ma anche molto veloce.
E Superman ieri ha compiuto 70 anni e rappresentava il concetto del futuro e della velocità. Il suo cinema è un cinema che passa dal rallenti alla velocità con tutta semplicità. velocità e molta immediatezza, ed è bello per questo secondo me. E crede però che la velocità comporti l'arrivo a una sorta di distruzione o crede che la velocità sia necessaria per stare al tempo di oggi, al tempo che noi abbiamo e in cui noi viviamo? Grazie.
You know, it's not speed, it's temp. It's different things. You know, if it's a temp, you have to build the story and movie with a proper temp, like in music. You cannot just be fast all the time. You have to build it from the beginning until the end. The temp. It's not speed. Because if you will be too fast, you will lose audience in 5 minutes. You have to be fast and slow, fast and slow. And the temp is an instrument to tell the story. But it's but it's kind of interesting because it's an interesting question. It's a witchcraft because of if music dealing with the tones and art with the colors, and darker, brighter. The filmmaking. It's a timing. It's a time. We are playing with the timing.
L'ultima domanda.
Prima mi sono domandata ma chi sono io? E ora ti domando ma tu chi sei? So che odi i topi, i rats, però ti vorrei chiedere il tuo percorso professionale, vorrei sapere un pochino di più di te. Mi ricordo gli ultimi film russi che ho visto prima del muro, quando una macchina, un car crash, no? Noi sentivamo solo il rumore, non si vedeva mai niente. Ora con questo film gli effetti speciali sono stati fatti in Russia, fantastici, devo dire, non hai niente da invidiare a qualsiasi studio americano. Ci parli un pochino di più del tuo percorso professionale, di questi studi, di questo percorso incredibile, grazie.
I think I'm still a Russian filmmaker, and I mean, it's a very delicate moment. The Russian or Soviet Union. I think more it's like Soviet filmmaker, because I grew up in a huge country with a lot of nationalities and like pot boiling, and I feel myself I still represent this country, and that's why I like United States, because it has the same vibe, it's the same, it's big issues and a lot of nationalities, and it's easy to communicate. I'm a person, a citizen of the big country, multicultural. But about me as a filmmaker, I don't know. I cannot understand it. It's your business to understand who am I. You will tell me, I will believe that it's true. Studios, a lot of special effects was made in Russia, but we used the best. There was a great stunt coordinator who created this unbelievable action scene, car chase in Chicago, Mick Rogers, and I was lucky. I had a chance to work with the best people in the industry, and Jim Lemley is the person who helped me with that.